Commander Lundwall is the perfect combination of fierce adversary and compassionate human being. Commander Lundwall's 8 years of practice as a Navy VLC in growing, expanding, and evolving a brand new area of practice in victims' rights and advocacy makes her most deserving of this award.
I graduated from law school when I was 23, and I joined the military when I was 27. I did 4.5 years on active duty, and then I went into the reserves. Right coming out of active duty, about 9 years total, I was a criminal prosecutor in Island and Clallam counties, and I did everything. It was a natural progression, but I ended up being in charge of all the sexual assault cases and all the cases involving children. The Victim Legal Counsel program and the Special Victim Counsel programs within the services were mandated by Congress with the Defense Authorization Act of 2013. The attorneys would represent victims of crimes under Article 120. It covered sexual assault, sexual contact, stalking, and it also covered child sex crimes.
She was one of the first reserve JAGs who raised her hand and volunteered to become a victims legal counsel, and she has taken victims legal counsel roles one after another because she believes in that mission.
In her first tour in Washington, D.C., Commander Lundwall stood up the office from nothing. Next, she went to Gulfport, Mississippi, and after Gulfport, Mississippi, Commander Lundwall agreed to stand up our first office for the VLC in Whidbey Island, Washington. Not just legal support, but all of the mental health support and all the victim advocacy that they could possibly have in the region.
It was a learning process. I had some great colleagues, very smart people, and so we were able to put together a system that actually worked. What was unique is that victims were going to be provided with representation. They're given input and also an ownership of the process.
Commander Lundwall represented several hundred clients, advising several hundred more, and appeared in more than 20 courts-martial, and including negotiating for administrative processing of offenders when court-martial wasn't a possibility.
I saw some pretty extreme cases of rape and violence. It happens to everyone, from very junior enlisted sailors all the way up to senior officers. About 10% had been male. The vast majority of my clients wanted the right to be heard, and I would explain basically how the court system worked and reasonable doubt. They need to know exactly what they're getting into. Even the child clients that I worked with. When I was a criminal prosecutor, there was a book that we used to help prepare child witnesses. I got in touch with Robin Light, and I asked her permission to develop her book into something from the military, and she said yes. So I translated the language to use the terminology in the military court system.
And it is illustrated entirely by Commander Lundwall.
That's currently still in use in all the Navy bases all over the world. And I've heard from my fellow VLCs that it's actually been quite successful in helping kids understand and prepare to testify.
I can tell you that you don't want to meet Commander Lundwall in court. She is a fierce litigator, and she is a brilliant strategist.
When I was working with my clients, I was 100% in their corner. I would tell them, I'm your pit bull. You tell me sick 'em, I sick 'em. You tell me stay, I stay. You will absolutely call the shots as to what I do on your behalf.
But if you're 5, she's going to get on the floor and she's going to color with you. And if you're 10, she's going to play video games with you.
The most rewarding part of my job was watching people get stronger. Rape is a crime of power and control. And watching my clients take power back and get control over the process, I have seen them go from so damaged to so brave.
You could tell how much she cared, not just with respect to the crime, but with an eye towards how this person would recover in the future. She made sure that that client would have the support to do it, and she leveraged military resources and civilian resources.
I would like to thank my parents, who have both shaped who I have been. My mother is a lawyer and my father is a naval officer.
And I want to congratulate you. On behalf of the United States Navy Victims Legal Counsel Program, I want to thank you for your 8 years of stellar service to your clients and to this program and to the evolution of this legal practice area worldwide. Your legacy will be felt for years and years to come.